Hi and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Furk, aka Phil, and lately I played a lot with film simulations thanks to the Fujifilm X100VI I got lately, but I also have a lot of fun playing with these film simulations on the Nikon ZF, which are shared on the website NikonPC.com. And then I thought it would be quite interesting to compare these film simulations of Fujifilm next to the Nikon ZF, put it next to the real deal with actual film stock, in this case Kodak Gold 200. I load up the according film simulation on my X100VI, which I got from Fujifilm Weekly. I will link that below in the description. And as I already mentioned, on the Nikon ZF I got the film simulation from NikonPC.com. It's not Kodak Gold 200, but it's called Kodak Gold 100. But I thought that might be close enough. Regarding focal length, you already might know that the X100VI has an 35mm full frame equivalent lens. On the Nikon ZF, I only have the 40mm f2 lens, so it's a little bit longer, so keep that in mind. And Kodak Gold I shot on my Leica M6 with the focal length 35mm 1.4. I tried to compose the images as close as possible, and all of them were shot on daylight at f8. And for the digital cameras, the ISO was set on auto. And Kodak Gold I shot at the box speed of ISO 200. Not a completely side-by-side comparison regarding the ISO, but I simply forgot to set the ISO on the digital cameras. I'm quite interested what you will say in the comments, which film simulation you prefer. I have to say that on the Nikon ZF I screwed up in the first few images because I forgot to set the white balance fixed. Initially I set it up on the auto white balance. Unfortunately you can't set up the film simulation with the white balance on the ZF right now, and therefore the first few images are not as comparable, but I will let you know alongside doing the video when I realized that and switch it to daylight. On the X100VI, on the other hand, in the recipe the white balance was already set on daylight, so that was fine. And Kodak Gold film stock is already determined by the film itself. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the following shots comparing the film simulations of the Fujifilm X100VI and the Nikon ZF to the real film stock Kodak Gold 200. The following shot I realized that I messed up the white balance of the Nikon ZF and then turned it back to daylight. I realized it quite late, but unfortunately I still realized it. So what do you think? What are your thoughts about this small comparison? In my opinion, both the Fujifilm recipe and the Nikon ZF color profile did a quite good job to come close to Kodak Gold 200. In my opinion, it depends on the scenery. Sometimes the Fujifilm came closer to the film stock, and in some scenarios the Nikon profile came quite close to Kodak Gold. But overall, I think they just do a good job. In general, I thought that the Fujifilm recipe was much more contrasty in all images, but these settings you can also adjust depending on your preference, I guess. Regarding the film stock itself, it's also quite important to know or to say, I think, that it's also highly dependent on the lab you are getting your film developed. I use the film lab of Photoprofi. That's my local camera store here in Essling. Depending on the lab, there are different types of scanners, and these scanners can also determine already how your film will look like regarding colors and contrast, etc. Also, the development part can also influence your image. That quite surprised me when Theo Crawford mentioned that in one of his videos. I will link that video up here. And of course, you can also influence your Kodak Gold film images by editing them in post. But for the record, all these images you saw today in this video were all straight off camera, and the film images were unedited. If you're still here until this point, thank you very much for watching. You are the one who deserves the like. If you want to support my small little channel, you can buy me a coffee via the link below in the description, or check my affiliate links also below in the description. And if you want to watch more videos of my channel, just click on one of these.